Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. Janet Babcock and Kathy Gray, members of the Long Cove Club Charitable Advisory Committee, explain the impact made by this generous organization throughout the Low Country. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Certainly glad to have you. So talk a little bit about the Long Cove Club Community Advisory Committee.
Well, it actually oversees two different funds. The Endowment Fund, which was formed 15 years ago in collaboration with the Community Foundation of the Low Country, and it provides funds for health, housing, education, and hunger to local nonprofit agencies, and it's half of the money that is given in a single year is set aside for future use, and the other half can be used immediately for funds. 4 years ago, we established a charitable fund whereby all the monies raised in a single year can be used immediately for grants. So Long Cove was the first in the on the island to have an endowment fund, and Long Cove remains the only community to have an endowment fund.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. And how did it get started?
It actually got started with seed money. There was a women's pro-am golf tournament held at Long Cove, and the money left over, which I think was about $6,000, was used as the seed money for the endowment fund.
Very nice, very nice. So how do you raise your funds?
Fundraising in Long Cove, it takes many forms, and it's really exciting because it gives everybody an opportunity to be involved. We have a biennial home tour, which actually just happened this past weekend, and we were very blessed with the weather, and it raised over $100,000 this weekend.
Wow.
We are just thrilled.
Wow.
In the opposite years, we do a golf tournament where our neighbors and members are very generous, go out and pay to play their own golf course. So very, very generous.
They're very generous. Yes,
they
they are.
They truly are. We have tennis and pickleball events that go on through the year that raises funds. And our bridge players, our bunco players, our mahjong players, they find creative ways to give every year back to the fund. And lastly, our annual fund at the end of the year requests are always met consistently with great generosity.
Wow. Wow, yeah, it always kind of blows my mind how generous people are, especially throughout the community.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how much money have you raised?
Well, that's a little hard to say because remember, half of the money from the endowment goes into
a future
account,
fund.
yes, which earns interest.
Sure.
But I can tell you that we've given away almost $850,000 to 75 local nonprofit agencies. So,
and some of the are you able to tell us some of the nonprofits that you're able to sponsor or donate to?
Yes, sure,
Okay.
sure. We've given to the Boys and Girls Club, to Habitat for Humanity, VIM, and some of the smaller ones, which I love.
We are also always excited when someone comes up with the idea of how can we help in this area. Particular example of that is Pockets Full of Sunshine. When two special education teachers who had a wonderful idea how to help these special needs community and have just taken off, and we were one of the first people that helped them. So they're very special to us.
Yes, they are.
And you should all be so proud of all that you do for the community. I mean, it's really quite amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
So so throughout your community, your Long Cove community, you do the sponsorships, you do the donations, and your organization, just how do people reach out to you if they are in need?
Well, we have
our grants process is, this was an exciting year for us. This is the first year that we went online. So as Janet mentioned, our mission statement, health, hunger, housing, and education. Our application process starts with getting an application, which you now can get online. That is as of September. We start accepting our grants January 1st. Close out March the 31st. The committee then goes out into the community and everyone receives a personal visit. So we actually go and see what they're doing and how we can best help. They are then notified in June of what funds will be available. And this year alone, we have requests from 42 different agencies for over $240,000.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you both for what you do, and thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. It was a
Certainly.
pleasure.
Certainly. And we will be right back with Talk of the Town.